South Korea's military says an unidentified person has crossed the border into North Korea. The army detected the person in the demilitarized zone, and surveillance equipment later showed that the person had gone into North Korea. The border region between the two countries contains millions of landmines and is one of the most heavily armed places in the world. More on this, we can bring in Frank Smith, a journalist in Seoul, capital of South Korea. Frank, how can someone cross this border, which is, as I was just saying, one of the most heavily defended in the world?
Well, it's very difficult. You can't just walk up to the DMZ here in South Korea. There's a line of civilian control before you get to the DMZ with guard posts and checkpoints and fencing, and then you have to go through that, and then usually a couple of kilometers later, there's more guard posts and the DMZ for real. So this person had to make quite a deliberate, endeavor to get into North Korea, and we don't have any sort of confirmation that he made it there. There are, as you mentioned, landmines, something like 2 million landmines scattered across this area of otherwise wilderness that person would have to traverse to get to North Korea. And then the North Korean guards, have, according to reports, been instructed to shoot on sight anybody trying to get into North Korea from the outside, especially with the onset of COVID-19. So, it is, again, a very deliberate and difficult endeavor to make it to North Korea from the south.
Sounds how to get into this DMZ or demilitarized zone and survive with mines. It sounds incredible. Do we know how or why the South Korean border guards didn't notice this until several hours later?
Well, they're conducting an investigation into this, and a preliminary report suggested there was monitoring equipment that saw this or recorded this person breaking through some fencing at 6:40 p.m. on Saturday evening, 3 hours before there was some human intelligence and intervention to go and look for this person. So that's certainly going to be a point that the South Korean officials and government are going to be looking into. It reminds one of the challenges facing South Korea, the South Korean military. It has a mandatory military service. The spot that the soldiers doing their mandatory military service don't want to go is along the DMZ. It's a very stressful area to patrol, and between boredom and stress, it's a difficult deployment, certainly.
Okay, thanks for that update on an incredible story. Frank Smith reporting from Seoul.